Amanullah and his little brother Elham used to spend all day picking rubbish off the street to sell for a few dollars. Now they go to school, courtesy of a local charity, ASCHIANA, which helps children who work on the streets catch up on their studies and get back into the state educational system.
I was collecting old paper and the head of the school came to me. He asked me if I wanted to go to school and I said yes.
But in Afghanistan, charities funded by international donors are increasingly anxious. A dispute between the Americans and Afghan President Hamid Karzai threatens to jeopardize foreign donations to the country if he doesn't sign a security pact with the US soon. On Monday, heated discussions between Karzai and Obama's National Security Advisor Susan Rice went nowhere. Those running social projects here say donor fatigue is already beginning to set in. The organisation behind Amanullah and his brother's school also used to run this shelter for street children. It shut its doors in March as money from abroad ended. The small shelter used to house children while the organisation searched for their families and a proper school.
Those children who are supposed to integrate next year to the school, so those children, because of having no resources for them, so most of the children, they went back to the street to work.
For several years, this facility gave street kids in Kabul somewhere safe to sleep until they could have more long-term arrangements. Now it's completely empty. The charity that runs it says it's ran out of funding for this project, but this is indicative of many charity projects across the country just struggling to survive. Some see Karzai's refusal to sign the security pact as a risky move, that perhaps the US is bluffing on its threats to cut aid.
They believe that the Americans want to stay here come hell or high water, so they think they're in a very strong bargaining position. And that may be completely out of kilter with reality, but that does seem to be the view from the palace.
But it's a very different view from Amanullah's classroom. Even so, the children continue to enjoy themselves, unaware of the political crisis and how it could end what little they have. Jane Ferguson, Al Jazeera, Kabul, Afghanistan.